Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make jalapeno popper wontons. These are going to be fantastic. I made these last week. So first thing we'll do is like and subscribe if you would. And let me tell you about the ingredients. These are tasty, they're crunchy, they're creamy, they got a little heat. They got jalapenos in them. I'm going to put 1.5 jalapenos with most of the seeds because I like the heat. 8 ounces of cream cheese, about a half teaspoon of cayenne, about a teaspoon of paprika. We use the butter for the wontons, and then about a 3/4 of a cup or so, half to 3/4 of a cup of mozzarella. Same thing on the cheddar cheese, and some green onions are going to add to them as well. And then we're going to mix this up. We're going to thin down the cream cheese with a little bit of half and half. And I'm going to use a mini pan. You can make these full size. If you do, then I would use 2 wonton wrappers and put them so the squares are opposite of each other. I don't know if opposite is the right word. 90 degrees out anyhow, so you have them coming up. I've made those. They're not as good as these. The mini, it's worth getting the mini muffin pan to do this because they taste way better. They're much crunchier. You'll enjoy these. We're going to put butter on these. We'll make up the mixture that goes in while they're in the oven. They're going to go in the oven for 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. And we're going to do both sides. And that's it. We want them to stick up as much as possible because that's going to be crispiness right there. Jalapeno poppers are very interesting because it's one of the few dishes, other than like Swanson's TV dinners, which nobody here will know anything about, was invented by a food company. Anchor Foods, okay, out of Appleton, Wisconsin. And they've made jalapeno poppers. They were the first, they're at least given credit for them. In 1992, they made jalapeno poppers. And until then, presumably, nobody else had. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 12 of these, and we'll have plenty of mixture to go in there. We're going to put these in the oven. One and a half jalapenos. And we're not going to use all the seeds. We're going to use a lot of the seeds. The thing about jalapenos is if you're really sensitive to heat, you should probably check them because jalapenos are I don't know if they're as variable as others, but they seem to be highly variable in intensity. Chop our onions. And we're going to put bacon on these also at the end. We're not going to cook them with the bacon. And I'm going to have a little more onion. This has been sitting out for about 3 hours. You could do it less than that, but you want to be able to mix this, so you want it to get it softened up. I'm sure there's a better way to get this out of here, but it's kind of like the way I do Jimmy Dean sausage. I just squeeze it out. And I would say that's about 1/4 of a cup at the most, maybe 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. So we're going to mix this up first. Start thinning this out. Then we're going to put in our jalapenos and this is a mess, obviously. So you're going to get messy. All right, so we're going to put about a 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup of shredded cheddar, the same amount of mozzarella, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. Be careful with this because it's already hot. That's probably enough right there. And we're ready to put in our filling. So you could probably make another 10 or so of these. Just a little bit on the top. These are going to be incredibly, insanely good. Back in the oven, about 14 to 15 minutes. But first we're going to put some bacon on them. And you can cook the bacon any way you want to. I actually baked this. And these do need to cool just a little bit or you will burn your mouth. All right, so we cooked these at 350 for about 15 minutes. The cheese is melted. We've let them cool off a little bit, pulled them out of the tin, the aluminum, whatever it is, and now it's time to taste one of these things. Should be crunchy, cheesy. Mmm. Is that a mess?
No, you're good.
Mmm. I'm happy with that. That's very tasty.
Felicity is not a fan of feet, so we have our water. And we're gonna do this together. You're gonna be brave. You're gonna be strong. Are you ready? Cheers.
Oh,
So good.
interesting.
It always amazes me how your food, I can taste so many different flavors. It's
Excellent.
really impressive.
Always. Yeah, I like it.
As the heat hits you yet, though, usually it's an after it's coming in. Is your throat burning?
There it goes.
There it goes. Yeah. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Lawyer in the Kitchen.